Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Was John David Duggar at Jason Duggar's wedding? John David Duggar has been busy with medic court responding to the damage Helene did in the southeast. He has been part of the team for years, and they were deployed to the area over a week ago to help aid the citizens in need. However, his brother Jason Duggar was due to marry Maddie Grace Jones on October 3, and there was speculation that he could not attend the event. Jason and Maddie Grace were married in Newport, Tennessee, which isn't far from many affected areas. It seems that John David could attend the wedding and watch as his little brother married his bride. But it may have been only 24 hours, as he appears to be back in the zone with the other medic corps volunteers. John David makes it to Jason Duggar's wedding. Abby Grace Burnett shared a family photo on her Instagram story showing that John David Duggar attended the wedding. The couple posed with their kids, Gracie and Charlie, Jason Duggar, and Maddie Grace Jones. The mountains were the backdrop, and Abby was stunning in a green dress. Despite the photo being shot from further away, it was nice to see that John David was able to attend Jason's wedding. Medic Corps shares videos of relief efforts. In the days leading up to Jason Duggar and Maddie Grace Jones' wedding, John David Duggar was on the ground helping to organize efforts for the people affected by Helene. Ivanka Trump visited the group as they worked to deploy communication to the people stranded in towns. John David has been a part of this group for years. He is currently the director of business and works alongside others, including Nathan Bates. Many members of the Bates family, friends of the Duggars with a large family, are on the ground there with the group. Some Bates siblings, including Carlin Bates, Joy Anna Duggar's best friend, attended the wedding. The social media account has featured John David in several of the clips, and they are continuing to work on the ground to get things done. It's unclear how long John David will be there and whether Abby Grace Burnett and their children are staying nearby. They didn't document the trip to Tennessee for the wedding, so it's likely they were there when John David was first called out. Jason Duggar's wedding was a highly anticipated event among the Duggar family's many followers, and while it certainly had all the charm and buzz that fans have come to expect from Duggar nuptials, one question loomed over the celebration. Was John David Duggar, one of the older Duggar siblings, present at his younger brother's wedding? The Duggar family dynamics, setting the scene. The Duggars are no strangers to public scrutiny, particularly when it comes to their family dynamics. With 19 children, every event, disagreement, or absence is analyzed by fans who have followed them since their early days on 19 Kids and Counting. Though the family has long projected a united front, recent years have brought public rifts, particularly after Josh Duggar's scandal and conviction, which severely rocked the family's once pristine image. Jason Duggar, the 12th child in the sprawling Duggar clan, has largely stayed out of the spotlight compared to his older siblings. As a result, there wasn't as much media buzz leading up to this wedding as there had been for others like Jessa, Jill, or Jinger. Still, Duggar fans were eager to see who from the family attended the event, especially after the turmoil caused by recent events. But one name stood out among the missing: John David Duggar. John David, a quiet life away from the spotlight. John David Duggar, the second eldest son, has always been one of the quieter, more reserved members of the Duggar family. Known for his steady demeanor and strong faith, John David has preferred a life away from the constant scrutiny of reality television cameras. Despite growing up in the limelight, he made it clear as he matured that he wasn't as enamored with fame as some of his siblings might have been. After marrying Abby Burnett in 2018, John David seemed to retreat even further from public view, choosing to focus on his growing family. The couple had their first child in early 2020, and John David's appearances on the Duggar family's social media and public outings became increasingly rare. He has often been described as the rock of the family, a stabilizing force during tumultuous times, but he's also a man who values his privacy. Given this tendency to keep a low profile, some fans wondered if John David might not have attended Jason's wedding simply to avoid being in the public eye. However, others speculated that the absence of one of the eldest brothers might point to deeper issues within the Duggar family. The wedding. Who was there? Jason Duggar's wedding was a grand affair as expected. Held in the heart of Arkansas, it was an intimate yet elegant ceremony, with family and friends in attendance to celebrate the couple's union. Pictures from the event showed many of the Duggar siblings, including Jessa, Jill, Joyanna, and Jana, all dressed in coordinating outfits and taking part in the joyous occasion. Jim Bob and Michelle, the Duggar patriarchs and matriarch, were of course front and center, beaming with pride as another one of their children embarked on the journey of marriage. One of the biggest surprises was the presence of Jill Duggar Dillard and her husband, Derek Dillard. Given Jill's well-documented estrangement from her parents and some of her siblings, her attendance was a welcome shock to fans. Many believed that the healing process was underway, despite the distance between her and her family in recent years. Jill's participation in the wedding gave hope that the family might be mending fences. However, John David's absence raised eyebrows. While he and Abby weren't seen in any photos, and no public statement was made about why they might have skipped the wedding, speculation quickly mounted. Some fans wondered if the absence had to do with growing tensions in the family, while others believed it could simply be a matter of scheduling conflicts or personal preference. After all, John David has never been one for the spotlight. Family drama or simple absence? As is often the case with the Duggars, the rumor mill went into overdrive following Jason's wedding. Several theories emerged regarding John David's absence. One of the most prevalent was that he and his wife Abby might be distancing themselves from the larger Duggar family, particularly after the recent scandals that have marred the family's public image. Some fans speculated that John David, known for being one of the more level-headed and responsible Duggar children, might have taken a step back from family events to focus on his own life and protect his wife and child from any further scrutiny. Another theory that circulated was that John David and Abby might have had a prior engagement or scheduling conflict that made it impossible for them to attend the wedding. While the Duggars are known for making family their top priority, John David's commitment to his aviation business and other endeavors could have played a role in the decision to skip the wedding. It's also worth noting that John David and Abby live a quieter life compared to some of the siblings, and they may have simply chosen to stay out of the limelight on this occasion. However, the most explosive theory involved potential internal family rifts. With recent revelations about Josh Duggar's actions and the strain it placed on the family, some wondered if John David's absence was a statement of sorts. Perhaps he didn't agree with how certain matters were handled within the family, or maybe he simply needed space from the public Duggar persona. Fans have often noted the differing personalities and choices among the siblings, with some choosing to remain closely tied to their parents, while others, like Jill, have opted to step away. What does this mean for the Duggar family? At the end of the day, it's difficult to determine exactly why John David Duggar was absent from Jason's wedding. The Duggar family has always been tight-lipped about personal matters, especially when it comes to speculation around family drama. What we do know is that the Duggars continue to navigate their lives under the microscope of public attention, and not every absence or decision has a deeper, more dramatic meaning. Still, John David's absence from the wedding could point to larger shifts within the family. As the siblings grow older, start their own families, and make decisions that might not always align with Jim Bob and Michelle's vision, it's natural that some distance might form. Whether this absence was a simple scheduling conflict or indicative of deeper issues, only time will tell.